start in the Commonwealth Bank Cup. And he gets us underway. Just one match in town today. A good crowd here, regardless of the amount of rain we've had this morning. Sirinen. He went straight through Legner and charged outside the 22. Elias now for Roach. He said, get out of my way to O'Doherty. Fired up the Balmain Tigers. They get a penalty too. West well and truly inside the 5. Ian McCann to look for the far touchline. Off the side of the boot, it won't get there. Well, that was a silly pass being forced too by Brett Doherty.
Well, that's the first error that Western Suburbs have made today. I hope it's one of the last, because they've got to guard the football today in these conditions. They can't go around throwing stupid passes like that.
In the end, Balmain come up with the ball where maybe McCann should have found touch. Now he knocks it on. West come up with it. Disappointing start for the big centre. Darren Britt. Cameron Blair. Jackson. It's a big and strong back three for the Magpies. Be interesting to see how they go in the heavy conditions. Henjack. Taylor. Touched. Charged down. West are onside.
Well, I thought Sirinen was held back there. I think the referee has erred in that particular ruling.
Ledner will play it just outside the 22. Early chance for the Magpies. Britt taken by Neil Roach and Sirinen. O'Doherty, 9 metres away, West. Right in front of the post. Taylor for the in goal. Brasher knocks on. Does he recover? No. Taylor's ball. West will come up with it. 6 more tackles. It was close to being a try. 6 more tackles again. Simons will play it. Henjack. Britt loses it. Neil loses it backwards. Ben Elias for John Elias. The ball's going everywhere. They're about 7 metres out from their own line in possession, the Tigers. Grant. Maguire. Strong defence from West. Roach standing flat. Struggles with 3 defenders. They took too much time to get off him. So another penalty will ease the worry. Balmain quick tap from Elias. They've got some men here. Neil. Taken strongly by Stafford. Thrown to the ground. Elias tries himself. Nowhere to go for Elias. Another penalty. Stafford is going to have a chat to McCallum.
Well, look at it on the Nissan replay again, and you'll see exactly what the story is. I think Benny milked it slightly. He made it look dramatic, but he was pulled down backwards. I was just going to say, this game, I think, is tailor-made for Benny Elias. He's such a quick thinker. The little captain of the Balmain side. He's a great thinker, and he's also got a fine kicking game. I think he'll have a big one today.
3 straight penalties for the Tigers. Knock on against Elias. Amazing stuff.
Give them a rap and they fall to heap.
Well, Billy, this ground looks heavy. Just how heavy is it?
Extremely, Graham. You know, we had that deluge overnight. It didn't subside this morning. They're quagmire conditions, and these teams are just going to have to make the most of it. As you can see already, kicking's going to play a huge part in the outcome.
Stafford ran strongly onto that one. Now he's lost it. Freeman stands over him. Searching for the football. Freeman will have the feed.
So the football has been turned over several occasions in the first 5 minutes or so. Peter Sterling, West really belted you fellas last weekend. Where was their strength?
Well, their strength was able to get the ball away in tackles, Ian, and really that's probably the conditions aren't conducive to the kind of football they played last week. I think you'll see Balmain put plenty of pressure on their ball carriers, so really today's the game of position and possession.
Now, Simons runs back to forward, and he's only 10 metres away from his own line. Here comes Doherty.
Yes, while the lads are just working the ball away from the line, have a look at these under-21 and reserve grade results. West 22, Balmain 12 and under-21s. Reserve grade, Balmain 30, West 0.
Penalties continue to come, this time to Western Suburbs. So both sides have found themselves under a little pressure in the opening minutes or so. Taylor finds touch, and what has been a pretty good crowd here, and I noticed that there are quite a few Western Suburbs supporters have made the journey to Leichhardt. Now here's Henjack. Jackson. About 9 metres from halfway. Doherty. Western Suburbs player flat on his back.
Oh, well, there has to be a Western Suburbs penalty. Neither touch judge has come in. That is remarkable.
Cameron Blair was flattened, but nothing has happened. Neil.
Gary Freeman was the man they should have picked up.
Well, let's have a look at it.
Well, there it was, fairly high. He jumped into his chest sort of thing. I don't know that he was hurt all that much, but nonetheless it didn't warrant a penalty, or at least a talking to.
Now O'Brien in possession, about 30 metres away from the Western Suburbs line. Freeman, Neil, now Maguire. This will be, Simons couldn't pick it up cleanly. Balmain were in strife if he could.
Well, I thought the obvious thing to do on that occasion was for him just to kick the ball hard, because there was no Balmain player between he and the goal line. I think it was futile to bend down and try to pick up a ball in that condition. Yeah, Johnny Croucher, what are the footy tab, the people think about footy tab this weekend? What's the money involved?
Well, Rex, there's $20,000 invested in the pick to score dividend pool for this game, and despite West's victory last week over Parramatta, the fans have made Balmain red-hot favourites. 70% have tipped them to win. The footy tab computer also goes for them with Balmain 16-20, West 6-10. And by the way, Rex, at the conclusion of this game, I'll also give you the selections and dividends for both pick the winners and pick the margins for this round.
Oh, good one. Thanks, John.
Now West's in possession, just 10 metres inside the Balmain half as Simons runs onto the pass from Flanagan. Here's Henjack. Britt. Back again for Henjack. Jackson had trouble picking it up. This is a Balmain ball, but it knocked on.
Well, the crowd roared, but it was knocked down.
There's a punch on, Rex. Punch on with Sirinen involved. And it looked like Blair as well.
The penalty would have to go against Sirinen.
Well, Sirinen was certainly involved. I think it was Cameron Blair who was also involved there for West. Both touch judges in. And referee Greg McCallum now has to try and sort this out.
Let's have a look at it then on the Nissan replay. Now there's Sirinen. He just backslammed a player, fell to the ground. The camera goes away from it. Now the action starts. I think the West player resented it and started throwing punches at the same time as Sirinen. And we've got Benny Elias just coming to the field at the moment too. Whether he's been injured or not, we'll see. But there's 10 minutes in the bin for Sirinen.
Well, it's all happening here. Sirinen to this in bin for 10, 5 minutes for Blair, and Elias to the head bin.
That's right, everything's gone at once.
Now, you have a look at this in the tunnel. If I was Western Suburbs, I would dispute this head bin. He came from the field hobbling, Benny Elias. He was struggling with a leg injury.
Well,
and he's still struggling as he goes up the stairs.
Well, I'm sure that Cameron Blair will take note of that as he walks up the stairs as well. Now, Parrish has come on for Balmain. I would think that maybe Big Blocker Roach will take over the captaincy in Elias's absence. While all this is happening, the penalty has gone Western Suburbs' way, and Jason Taylor will have the shot for goal. Early in this season, West had awful trouble, particularly in that pre-season competition. They couldn't find a goal kicker. Taylor has kicked 5 goals for them. Let's have a look at this one. And that's why he's there. As well as being a great player, he can kick goals. Taylor puts the Western Suburbs side in front, 2 points to 0.
The Tigers send it down deep from the restart. Lidden. Gary Jack makes his comeback today as a fresh reserve. We wish him well. Parrish out there in 26. O'Doherty. Taylor stepped beautifully, allowed himself time to get the kick in. Down to O'Brien, who knocked it back. Freeman, Neal. McGarry stepped well in the wet. Roach showed it on the inside. Takes on the defence. John Elias. Looks as though it's going to be a tough match for the Tigers. Last tackle against them. McCann. Midfield bomb. Who wants it? Brasher touched it. Taylor has it. The Magpies in possession. Henjack wrestled to the ground. Darren Britt. How have you seen the start, Peter Sterling?
Well, certainly plenty of feeling between the two sides, Graham. A couple of little unsavoury things going on after tackles. But very impressed by the Western Suburbs start. Obviously, scoring the first 2 points is going to give them plenty of confidence. And they're hitting hard in defence, so we've got a real ball game on our hands here.
Taylor again, the kick. I think one of his own players got in his road. Brasher. Taylor chases his own kick and brings Brasher down. O'Brien. Freeman away for John Elias. Parrish. Line ball, that one for Roach. McCann. Ball was touched. Balmain. Well, I thought there was a little knock in on there from Hardwick even when he tried to regather that. But it's 6 more for Balmain. McGarry. Conditions like this are ideal for defence. Hard for the attackers really to put anybody off their mark. Maguire. That was forward. And he's got it.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. I think the Nissan replay will show that fairly clearly. He came right on his shoulder. Now watch it. There it was, about a foot forward.
Henjack. Taylor wrapped up. Doherty will play this about 45 out from his own line. O'Doherty. Blair coming back from the sin bin. The dummy from Flanagan was a good one. Gets him about 12 metres. Taylor. A better kick this time. The Tigers should be caught inside just on their 22. All the handling errors are even. Neal. They want to spread it quickly. McCann. Grant. Quick hands. Dangerous pass really from Grant. Simons. Was it Simons who knocked it down? I think it was. No try. Doesn't escape the fact that Grant's pass was a real danger one.
Yeah, see it again. This is the Nissan replay, and this is where it works out in these situations. Now there was the... Oh, well, we've just come in a little bit earlier then. We could have come in a little bit earlier on the replay, actually.
Now McGarry has gone straight through. Here's Freeman. And the penalty is going to go Balmain's way. Those Western Suburbs defenders up inside the 5 metres. Elias is sideline after a stint in the head bin.
The leg bin?
Well, it's debatable.
Now Parrish with the restart for Freeman. Now Neal. And then Grant. Get the mud out of the eye. See a bit of that today. Here's McCann. Takes play up towards the quarter line. Now Roach. We've got Jackson coming off to the head bin. Tudor is on the sideline there, as you saw, ready to go on. As Freeman puts the little kick ahead. Simon's back there, takes it well.
Did very well there. Running backwards, caught the ball over his head. It was a good start. There he is, the Nissan replay. Just on the goal line, just manages to go back about 3 metres into the field of play.
Doherty playing the football. 2-0 to West. A very torrid encounter here at Leichhardt. Now this is Tudor. New Zealand viewers, of course, will be very familiar with young Brendan. And, of course, Gary Freeman, who's in the Balmain side. Now Taylor again getting this kick away. Now for Brasher. Making himself an easy target.
There's the trip in the soil there.
Tigers shade the scrums and the penalties. It's 5 metres from halfway. As Maguire runs into Tudor. Elias, who, look at this, the torrid defence.
Well, Tudor's just going in with shoulder charges at the moment. He didn't attempt to put his hands on the guy, just ran straight into him with his shoulder.
Hardwick takes it up. 5 tackles gone for the Tigers. Across for Freeman. And then McCann looking for touch and will find it.
Top scrum feed from the halfback. Oh, right under the hooker's tongue. Oh, and he's raked that straight back. How fast can a man eat an apple pie?
The scrum just inside the Western Suburbs quarter. As Sirinen is set to resume his place on the field after a 10-minute stint in the sin bin. Now Lindner from dummy half. Good game. Kenjack. Get away from Britt. It's just 11 metres from the halfway mark. Now Blair.
He's a talented player, this fellow. He's got a step and he can travel fairly fast over the ground.
Taylor again, scattering the seagulls and finding touch. Very calm, this young man.
Yes, Nissan replay. Good gain, about 35 metres. And Jason Taylor hasn't made a mistake yet. He's kicked a goal and he's also done everything in general play that's been called for.
You see Sirinen packing in at lock as he was late to arrive for the scrum after his 10 minutes in the bin. Now John Elias just inside his own quarter. Here's Sirinen. Pulled down by O'Doherty. Now back for McCann. Simons again. Beat one and has gone straight through. Fine run from Simons. Still going. This is a great run. Just outside the Balmain quarter, here's Tudor. Charges into the defence.
Very nearly lost the football there.
Henjak directing traffic. Taylor got the pass away nicely for Linton. Back it comes for Simons. Simons is almost in. Only half a metre from the line. Western Suburbs really piling on the pressure. Linton dummy half. The pass is along the ground, picked up by Taylor. Now it's gone to ground. Cameron Blair can't pick it up. The Tigers have it.
Great passage of play from West. Balmain did well to hold them out. Sirinen. They look to be in a little bit of trouble, Balmain. Freeman. Neal. Now they've got a chance to come away. Grant goes back infield. Now out. Has support. That's a good ball to Freeman. There's support inside. O'Brien should score. He will surely. Linton's giving chase. Forget about it. What a turnaround. Oh, great play, Balmain. O'Brien's come from the far wing to link up. A great try.
Listen, replay, we'll see the lot of this because it's very well worth seeing. Freeman out to little Neal. He's the man that was the absolute shining star there, the way he overheaded the pass out there to Grant. Then the pass then on the outside there to Freeman. Freeman goes upfield, sees that he's got O'Brien on the inside and gives it to the speedster because he knows that, well, there's nobody there going to catch him. And that's a fine try. Now look at little Neal, the way he gets that pass away beautifully. Grant runs well, stopped, propped, the ground conditions have obliterated that defender. He just lost his footing. He's able to get the pass away there, out there to Freeman. Freeman comes straight ahead, looks inside. Now he passes and O'Brien's the man he finds. Now there's a 50-metre sprint or thereabouts in front of him and he sets sail to go for it. And by gee, when he sets sail to go for a try, this fella, he knows no other way. Good work.
5 tries for O'Brien this season. Now McCann trying to make this his 7th goal in the 1990 year. It won't be. The Tigers have the lead, 4 points to 2. Jackson comes back onto the field after being in the head bin. Taylor kicks off for Maguire. Taken strongly. Bill Anderson somewhat against the run of play.
Well, it was, Graham. Western Suburbs been doing everything right. Their kicking game through Taylor's been good. They've been working out of dummy half and dropping on loose balls. But Balmain have got that capacity now with Parrish in the centres to do things on the edge of the ruck. I thought the Western Suburbs defence was really found wanting out wide, mate.
O'Brien back infield. Kick again from McCann. Doherty. Had Simons outside. Jackson. Head down and straight into Roach. Taylor. Britt. Big defence from Sirinen. Flanagan. Thought about going one way, decided to go the other. Taylor again with the kick. Just how quickly can West get down there? Brasher taken by Stafford. Big question now is, can the Magpies keep them here? Neal. They go wide early once again. Grant. The Tigers have missed the majority of the tackles. McGarry. Important set of 6 tackles for West to keep them inside this 22. Elias bouncing back up to his feet. The penalty will go against Flanagan.
Yes, I think that's a case of 2 hookers together, 2 halfbacks together, whatever you like. He's a little bit antagonised by the fact that Elias gets away from him and slips a short right into him. The referee was on the spot. The penalty goes to Balmain. This is on their quarter. They'll get it out a little bit further. Not a bad kick from McCann.
So the restart from just 10 metres short of halfway. Freeman and Neal. Caught by Blair. Now John Elias. Here's Surinam. Caught by Blair again. Now Roach got it back in for Freeman. But he's running into trouble. Lindner was there. Now with Roach again. Neal. Ball almost stopping dead in the mud. Doherty picks it up. Good chasing from McCann. Now a knock on by Simons.
This hand replay shows the young man's discomfiture, unable to pick the ball up at dummy half. He's the only one really there, so it was not on for a forward to race another 10 or 15 metres to get there.
Great opportunity for the Tigers now with Freeman feeding. It's gone with the feed. This is Neal. Stepped inside Taylor. Only caught by Jackson, but he's only 10 metres or so away from the line. Here's Freeman. John Elias. Roach. Linking up with O'Brien. Got away with O'Brien. Still going O'Brien. That's a fine run. But just over the touchline.
Well, they've got him over the sideline. It's quite clear. He was tackled in the field of play. Now watch it. Stafford's there. Stafford gets left behind, but now they lift him and push him. And that's
so Elias looking to take the tap. Now what can the Tigers do here? They're about 5 or 6 metres short of the line. Here's Surinam. Punch on the back play, but we'll stick with the players. Neal gets it across out for McGarry, who's put it down.
Well, they've got to go back to the corner there. I think Elias was one of the players, John Elias was one of the players involved in it.
And Flanagan.
And Flanagan, the hooker, who's already just been cautioned a few seconds ago. This is the way it went. A little bit of an arm came up, and now they're into it. Well, I think McCullum did the right thing moving away from the action to start with, but I would have left them to their own devices, to be quite honest.
Touch judge's report being given. And it's 4-2. The Tigers over West. Now, the finger pointed at John Elias. The finger pointed at Flanagan. The penalty's going to go to Western Suburbs. So I thought all that out. Taylor will kick for touch. And the restart is about 10 metres away from the Western Suburbs line. Mackay takes the tap. Brett was able to offload for Jackson. And Doherty taking the ball up strongly. Henjack. Now Taylor again. Got away from one defender. He's in trouble now, though. And Elias was able to grab him. Here's Jackson. 5 tackles used up by West. Again for Taylor. Brasher is there. Almost to the halfway mark. Grant. Passing straight away to Simons. Peter Sterling, I get the feeling that Balmain are starting to exert their authority a little.
Yes, they're starting to gain the ascendancy. A few errors starting to sneak into the Magpies' play. And you see the Maggies at times falling into running a crossfield. We see Cameron Blair going across, bringing the ball up, and that makes you easy pickings. They really have to come straight onto the ball, as most of the Balmain forwards are doing.
Henjak now on a blind side with Jackson. Somewhat straighter, but there's plenty of defence there. Lidner floats one back for Henjak. O'Doherty, Taylor. Doherty joined in from fullback. The defence was on him and the pass was a little bit too hard. Hardwick. 56 tackles, plays 55 as far as possession is concerned. Roach. Run around with Freeman. Good defence. Moved up quick was Blair. Maguire trying to pull Ben Elias back on the inside of him. Plays it quickly now for Elias to get the kick in. Won't have the legs in these conditions. Doherty. Neil is there, as he nearly always is. Mackay. Neil and Elias do the trick. Doherty. They managed to get outside their 22. Henjak looking for Jackson through the dummy. Roach got him.
And a facelift.
Henjak was saying that it was high. He's not moving. Roach says, not me. I had nothing to do with it.
Well, there, the hand comes around the face, but there was no malice in that. I think that really Henjak's putting on a bit of a 402 here. But see it again, see what you think. I don't think it came in all that hard on his head.
I'm not about to say there's any malice into it, but I think the penalty could have come just the same. Well, maybe they should have been down the other end with the penalty. Balmain now have it through a drop ball. Henjak is back on his feet. Freeman, quick hands. John Elias. They've got it by 2, Balmain. About 8 out from half-time. Sirinen. Freeman. Maguire leapt into the defence.
Have a look at this. They'll do anything. They go round, over, through, whatever they want to. Maguire showing Olympic skills.
McGarry's got it. Pushes it out the back. Simons touched it, and then it was back for Elias. I thought it should have been 6 more tackles. All of a sudden, he's ruled the handover against Balmain. I don't think it'll be the first piece of confusion that we'll see in the mud today. Lidner through a dummy. Simons had a bit of work to do in this first half for West on the wing, and he's done most of it well. Henjak. O'Doherty. Good ball away for Britt. Good support play from West. Good ball from Henjak. Stafford couldn't get it to Mackay as quickly as he would have wished. 6 more tackles as it was touched. Flanagan for Taylor to step. Good step from Taylor's got support. Outside is Stafford, he'll score. Oh, great comeback from West. They had 6 more. Stafford's going to rub it right in and run under the black dot. Oh, good break from Taylor.
Yeah, the Nissan replay is going to show this pretty well. Now, watch the action on the blind side of the scrum here, on the short side, rather. Here's Jason Taylor coming through with a nice step on his right foot. He knows the way to give the pass to. Just watch him here as he lines up the fullback, takes the shoulder charge, gets it away to Stafford, and Stafford strides out. He's a big, strong, strapping fellow, and there was an abundance, or a lack of abundance, of Balmain defence on that occasion up the blind side. There's no cover defence coming across. There's Stafford with a big right foot, beats Freeman quite comprehensively. He's got the support on the outside. Now he gives the pass perfectly. Stafford strides away to score a try underneath the post. Now with 5 minutes to go, the kick at goal, one would assume, will be successful. It'll be an interesting situation for West, leading by 8 points to 4.
Stafford picks up a vital try before the break. 100% record now from in front. Taylor, he laid on the try. He adds 2 more points. The young man does it well. West lead 8-4.
of that field. That's why you're seeing so much drop ball and players slipping and sliding everywhere. Now the restart. The Magpies with their nose in front. Half-time about 5 minutes away. This is going to be a terrific second half of football, I know that. Now here's Flanagan. Henjak now at dummy half for O'Doherty. Back for Blair. Almost got through. Flanagan again, dummy half. Penalty is going to go to Balmain. And it's Western Suburbs players offside. Well, unusual to see that.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that at all, so long as it's done for both sides consistently.
Well, I couldn't agree more. Obviously, those Western Suburbs players were getting set for some kind of downtown, but nevertheless, they hadn't gone very far.
They hadn't gone very far, that's the point, yeah.
2 footballs on the field here. Now Maguire. Balmain really pouring the pressure on now as half-time approaches. John Elias. Freeman across for Neil. Then to McCann. About 12 or 13 metres away. Elias with a switch of play. Back for Roach. Roach again coming across the face of the ruck. A pass that was a mark ball. I thought it's gone out though for James Grant. Flicked the ball back inside. West come up with it.
I'm glad they did, because that looked a patently forward pass to me.
It looked a long way forward, didn't it? Nevertheless, nothing's happened, so that's good. Western Suburbs via Lindner in possession, 10 metres away from their own line. O'Doherty has it. Britt pulled down. Flanagan can't get through from dummy half. Henjak is in there. Here's this young man Taylor again. Brasher links up with Neil.
How many times have you seen Neil, the first man, receive off the ruck after a ball's been kicked deep into Balmain territory?
Yeah, great competitor. Then Elias dummy half for Freeman. And then for Maguire. Back for Freeman. Brasher dummy half. This is Roach. Blindside is Benny Elias. Sends Doherty across for it. Elias chasing his own kick, brings Doherty down. Simons. Good run from the winger. From dummy half, made good territory. Now O'Doherty. O'Doherty, I should say. And it comes for Stafford. Stafford's the try scorer, has beaten one. Brasher is there to retrieve the kick. Made it back to halfway. Now Hardwick. The Magpies lead 8-4. Less than 60 seconds of the first half remaining. And West are going to have to withstand this Balmain attack as Sirenen brings the football up. Defence is good. Elias couldn't go on with it, surrendering possession for West. And Jackson play the football 15 from the halfway mark. Simons again. Dummy half. Flanagan. Right on the halfway mark. Here's Lindner. Runs into Roach. And there's the half-time siren, but referee McCallum signals an end of proceedings. So we go to the break with Western Suburbs leading Balmain 8 points to 4 in the Nissan match of the day. And we hope that you people in New Zealand watching through Sky Television are enjoying this terrific game of football. We'll be back from Leichhardt in just a moment.
I've been to cities that never closed down, from LA to Rome and old London town, but no matter how far or how wide I roam, I still call Australia home. I'm always traveling, I love being free, so I keep leaving the sun and the sea. But my heart lies waiting over the phone. I still call Australia
Balmain made 110 first-half tackles. Roach with 15. Just about shared it with Maguire. West 99. Flanagan with 15. And Blair with 12. That tells a different story, though. Balmain with 16 missed tackles. 3 of those were involved. 2 of those were involved in a try. Clean jumpers for both sides. And just about a clean outfit from McCallum. Brasher gets us underway. What was the reports from the dressing rooms, Billy Anderson?
As you can imagine, Graham, under these conditions, pretty similar instructions from both coaches. Chase the ball after you've kicked it, eliminate mistakes. But Warren Ryan particularly wary. He thinks that Wests are prepared to take risks, and therefore they bear watching.
They took a good one just before the break, about 5 minutes out. Now 40 metres out from their own line. O'Doherty. Taken low by Hardwood. Taylor. Strong first half from him. Again, he allows himself plenty of time. He's got a cool head, Taylor. Oh, what a break he's produced here. The step, he beat Brasher. Brilliant play from Taylor. Great talent from the young man. Henjack, incredibly, brings it all undone from the dummy half position.
Yes, a beautiful weaving run by Jason Taylor, who's showing a very, very cool head for a young lad who's only played a few first-grade games. Maguire got to him, but by gee, sidestepped Brasher, the fullback, with ease.
Sirinen. And reminds me, Billy Anderson, about this great stable, the Commonwealth Bank. Brasher, I think, lined up last year.
Yeah, they sure did. Timmy Brasher, in fact, played against young Jason Taylor on opposition of teams, obviously. One from St Greg's and one from out in the Western Suburbs area. But, gee, mate, they're 2 great products.
Having a big game, Taylor. McCann now wrapped up. The Tigers go, well, they've got some numbers here if they shift it quickly. Neil, good pass from him for John Elias. He goes back infield. Last tackle against Balmain now. Neil wants it. Gets the kick in. Comes down for Doherty. Away from O'Brien. John Elias wraps him up. Lindner started to run away from Ben Elias, but he grabbed him by the jumper. Darren Britt, head down. They go blindside. Blair. How have you viewed this performance from the Balmain pack so far, Bill?
Well, I think they need to do a lot of work, and, you know, Bruce Maguire's playing beautifully up front, Graham. You know, if he hadn't have chased then, I think it would have been a try to Jason Taylor a few moments ago. But Paul Sirenen's got to lift his work rate. You know, I'm asking myself the question here, is he doing enough? Can Warren Ryan, you know, can he continue to wear a second rower that's not rolling his sleeves up and working?
All right, we'll soon find out. as Ben Elias had no one to unload to.
I notice Benny Elias has got a large strapping on his right thigh. He could have done something to a hamstring.
There's comments about this Mansour, and of course Billy Anderson coached him here at Balmain. Roach. Last tackle. Elias looks for touch. Out on the full. It'll be back on the handover too. And when you think about the performances today, all the more important City Country selectors sit down tonight, and that is the stepping stone for State of Origin and the Australian Jumpers. You will see all those representative matches on 10 Sports Action, City Country. On Anzac Day, all the State of Origins. Now Lidner gets it away inside for Jackson. Close to being a touch forward. West starting this second half very strongly. Henjak. Taylor. Away for Lidden. He got it away for Simons, who coughed it up. Balmain in possession.
Yes, it was just a bit of a pity here. Jason Lidden got the pass away there, but the number 5, Wayne Simons, couldn't handle the football, and Balmain are back in possession.
Freeman. Ben Elias runs from dummy half for Grant. They get out to halfway. They are in a huge hole, Balmain, if they're not the next try scorers. Who will it be that might turn it around for them? Elias, the kick in down for Doherty to trap it. Plenty of defenders there. Neil leading the way. He beat Neil and taken by Ben Elias and Hardwick.
Very enthusiastic Western Suburbs side with Simons playing the football. Now it's back for Lidner. He's held about 10 metres from the halfway mark. Flanagan makes another couple of metres. Henjak goes into dummy half. Away for Taylor. He's able to link up nicely with Stafford. Stafford's given it away to Mackay. Mackay's got Brasher in front of him. Brasher takes him, but he's still able to offload back for Taylor. And Taylor in turn gets it on to Stafford, who's knocked it down. Oh, a terrific movement from Western Suburbs, amounted to nothing in the end.
Yes, just beautiful stuff there. The strong run up the sideline. The good tackle by Brasher there. Stopped him, but didn't stop the football. Got it back to Jason Taylor, who quickly got the pass away there to Stafford, but the pass was a little bit hard. He was coming too straight. Tigers inside their own quarter in possession now with Brasher. Reaches the quarter line, in fact runs over the quarter line. 8-4, the Maggies lead Balmain. McCann will play it. Here's Roach. He in turn's got support from Hardwick. Magpies have made 10 handling errors, which is only just one more than Balmain, so nothing in that department. As Maguire runs strongly, pull down just over the halfway mark. Back it comes for Freeman, then for John Elias. A one-hander back from McCann to Neil. Neil's kick is going to roll over the touchline, just about on the Western Suburbs quarter. There, he pulled the right option there. He was given the ball in a very awkward position. He was actually moving slightly backwards. So he took the odds to it, very quickly kicked and made a gain of about 20 metres up the sideline. Good one.
Now Henjak will work the scrum. Again with the feed for Taylor. And out for Stafford. Able to disentangle himself and make some good ground now up towards the quarter line. It's a good run from the centre.
Some of the Balmain players are dropping off tackles, aren't they?
Now Mackay to really juggle that football. Here's Britt taking on the Balmain forwards. Henjak, switch of play on to Blair. Look at those Balmain missed tackles, 23 of them compared to the Western Suburbs 9. That's a lot of missed tackles from Balmain. Now Taylor down for Brasher. Lidner is there. And Brasher making himself an easy prey in these conditions. Elias. Which way are we going here, Benny?
Well, he had to do something there because there was nobody back on side. He's even earned himself a penalty there from the tackle of Pat O'Doherty. Now, he does run almost meaninglessly, one would say, or pointlessly rather, but he had to do it because there were no Balmain players back to play the ball to.
Now, Elias with the restart just short of halfway. And 8,500 people here to witness this big struggle between Balmain and West. Now here's John Elias. Beat one, Elias. Good run from John Elias. Took it up to the quarter line. Western Suburbs trying to regroup now as Balmain sent something on. Roach. Elias in the dummy half. For Freeman. For Neal. Now for Brasher. Brasher saw some daylight. Through he goes. Looks for support out for O'Brien. And he's pulled down only about 12 metres. At least it's McGarry, not O'Brien. O'Brien's out this wing. Here come the Tigers across the centre of the field now with Roach. A dummy to Elias. Roach has gone straight through. He got the football back magnificently for Sirinen. Sirinen's kept it alive. Out it goes to McGarry. He's in to score in the corner. No try! No try! Brasher it was who went over but couldn't ground the football.
Well, look at the head-on shot here and we'll just see exactly what the story is. They're quite definitely lost over the line. The referee wasn't as well positioned as another referee might have been last week.
I just about think it's a try.
Well, we disagree.
Well, Brasher was the man. So perhaps in-goal judges again would have saved a few arguments.
Who's arguing?
The scrum will go down 32 metres out.
Freeman feeds the scrum as Sirinen moves to 5'8". Making some strong runs. But to date, we only have him down for 7 tackles. Important passage here for the Tigers. That's why they're behind. Here they come again, Roach. The impact of the tackle costs that up. It'll come back for the scrum. Roach is involved now. Tag team wrestling.
Well, I think that's a straight-out case of frustration with Roach having legitimately lost the ball forward. He's spat the dummy slightly and gone on with it. That's the way I viewed it.
There's a touch judge in to tell the story.
Well, there's nobody had their hands on the football except Roach. It was the explosion of Blair coming in to hit him in the chest that had the ball go out of his hands.
Well, on that replay, the penalty should have gone against Roach. Well, that's incredible. The replay showed a completely different story. That is amazing.
I agree with that.
The penalty should have gone the other direction. Now you know why Jackson is upset. Well,
I wonder at what stage, if at all, we'll see Gary Jack come into the game.
McCann from about 13 metres and right in front. Missed with his first attempt. He kicked that horribly, but it's going to just get there. From a penalty that shouldn't have been. 8-6. West just over Balmain at Leichhardt. Great clash, this one.
Jagged.
Taylor with the kickoff. Does well to get this pretty deep. Brasher. Driven backwards. Big effort from Western Suburbs, Peter Sterling.
Yes, very big effort, and you know, very unfortunate to see them drop 2 points there that they really didn't. They have to get that out of their mind now, concentrate on a good 6 in defence against Balmain down here and force a kick under pressure.
What's your key here for the Tigers, Stella?
Well, I'd be looking to be running the big men, Sheridan and Maguire, a little bit wider, maybe at the inside backs of Western Suburbs. Both Henjack and Taylor, they do play in the line. I think that's where they should be maybe aiming some of their big men.
Grant is wrapped up. They try to run a blindside. Elias with the kick. It will fall down to Doherty to link up maybe with Mackay. He doesn't have that opportunity.
Good smothering tackle by O'Brien there. That was exactly what was called for.
Mackay. Stafford away from dummy half, taken by McCann. Henjack called for it quickly. Taylor slips. Britt. Right near halfway now, Western Suburbs. Last tackle. Taylor gets the kick in, looking for touch. Won't roll for him at all. It was touched, so the Magpies were onside. Balmain will play it right near their own 22.
Here's Brasher. This is a very tense struggle. O'Brien. Now back for Maguire. It's 10 metres from the halfway mark. Kick hands along the Balmain, through the Balmain backs. Grant puts the kick through. Simons will play at 10 from the halfway mark. Now Doherty. Now Doherty losing the football. Able to pick it up again, but the referee, I think, will... No, he's going to call on Balmain to play it.
Cameron Blair disputing possession, but I thought Grant had it.
Now Elias ducking under a couple of tackles. Here's Neal. Now Maguire. Losing the football behind him. Penalty to Balmain.
Yeah, I thought they should have got the penalty earlier in the last play of the ball. The Western Suburbs centres were both about 4 metres up. And I'd like Mr McCann just to be a little bit careful with that. Mr McCullum, rather, to be a bit careful with that on each occasion when both sides are in a situation like that.
Now some pressure mounting for Western Suburbs as Balmain set themselves 32 metres away from their own line. Elias comes into dummy half for Maguire.
Who's got through a parcel of work today for the Balmain side. Almost played him in the forwards on his own for a while.
John Elias, 12 metres away. Freeman, now Hardwick. Western Suburbs defence is holding so far. Now here's Sirinen, getting up ahead of steam. Lost the football. So Western Suburbs are able to hang on. Blair it was who picked the football up. Eight points to 6. Western Suburbs just hanging on to this lead. Good run from Simons. Now here's Libner. Caught by Neal and John Elias. Britta's dummy half. Now it's Taylor. Paul Sirinen limping in the background. In trouble now, the trainer's got to him. The Western Suburbs kick is down for Brasher. Again, he's slipping.
Yes, he seems to have roller skates on today. Every time he tries to step, over he goes.
O'Brien. just on the halfway mark. He's that man again, Maguire. Getting a pass away for James Grant. Back to Freeman. Lindner's got him. And Flanagan underneath. Roach. Got a one-handed pass away for Elias. Elias turned it beautifully back for McCann. McCann's got Brasher with him. This will be a try. Brasher is over. That's a very fine Balmain try.
Beautiful work by Benny Elias on that occasion, but the pass from Roach was a good one too. But let's see it again on the Nissan replay. Now Roach runs wide on one side, then back the ball goes one-handed, a long pass to Elias. Now Elias finds himself in a situation that he loves. He's just got players undecided about where he's going. He goes about 7 or 8 paces, gives it back into McCann. McCann's got Brasher on the inside, takes the fullback out and goes in and scores a very, very nice try. That's a very important try for them at this stage too. But there's the Roach action, the one-handed pass to Elias. Now, this is exactly the situation Elias loves. He was able to dummy 2 players there, get his body through, give the pass into McCann. McCann is able to go forward, take the fullback out, give it back into Brasher, and Brasher scores what could be a match-winning try for the Balmain side.
Jimmy Brasher, 3 tries so far this year. And he's presented McCann, who's kicked 1 from 2 today, with this shot, which is just outside the right-hand upright.
I've just had a horrifying thought.
What's that?
Manly play West next week.
McCann's no problem with the kick. Adds the extras. So now the scoreline is Balmain 12 and Western Suburbs 8.
West have got to do it all over again. They've got to come back. The Tigers going to show their experience. Brasher. Right into the waiting arms of Lindner.
Lindner's chased very well for Western Suburbs today. He's been one of 2 players always consistent to pick off the ball carrier.
Sheridin's got the legs working well again. Strong run to the quarter. Maguire.
He's at a top.
That was forward. Roach charging onto it from deep. Elias threw a dummy, didn't realise there was about 4 defenders around him. In the end, he's spilled it. West, go wide. Lindner. Good ball away for Doherty. He's got Lindner back on the inside. He's taken and loses the ball back. No, forward it went, said McCallum.
A golden opportunity there for Western Suburbs. Lindner was able to back up on the inside, but the pass has gone astray. Lost the ball on the tackle. They come up with a Balmain feed now on their own quarter.
McCann. We've got a change coming up, Bill.
Brendan Tudor in 40 will be replacing Pat O'Doherty.
Hardwick. Away from 1. Taken low by Jackson. Roach. Strong second half so far from him. Elias. Neal. The Tigers building. Another try in these conditions would seal it. McCann. Down for Simons. Takes it well. 1-on-1 here. Dangerous kick. He nearly brings it back to where they kicked it from. Plays it back. Jackson goes blindside. Blair. Henjack. Darren Britt. Tries to straight. Gary Jack is stretching those hamstrings. Taylor. Stafford. Mackay. Maguire's got him. They're 32 away. Taylor on the blind side. To Stafford. Taken low and well by O'Brien. Last tackle now. Taylor looking with the kick. Chip down towards the end goal. Is it going to stay there? Just too dead. Good thinking from Taylor to change direction.
Geez, those refs cop it sometimes.
Yeah, like that one the other day.
Oh, well, he'd have to be blind.
Couldn't see the end of his nose.
Couldn't see that second row feed.
Probably couldn't feed himself.
Not even at McDonald's?
Geez, you'd have to be joking.
Roach. He didn't want to lose that football.
I think he was showing off for Benny Elias.
Maguire. Tudor is out there for O'Doherty. That change has been made. Jack is still waiting. 8-4 they've got the scrums, Balmain. They've also got the penalties 10-4. Simons. He will take on McGarry again. Can't quite get their kicking game into order, Balmain. Tudor. Henjak on a blind side. For Liddon. Dangerous pass from Henjak. The defence was right on Liddon.
Yes, Liddon took this pass from Henjak under a lot of pressure and not able to handle it. It's the Nissan replay. Gary Jack makes an entrance onto the football field. He's sitting down there.
Sitting next to Dennis Cuddy getting some final instructions. Now the Tigers with the scrum win. Getting up towards the halfway mark. And here comes McCann losing the football.
Yes, Nissan replay again. McCann trying to offload the football, but it rolled off the side of his arm. Just a slight bit forward, but gives West the opportunity to get the football back from this scrum.
This has gone with the feed. Tudor was able to pick it up and give it to Henjak. Tudor a dummy half for Doherty. Henjak's doing a lot of controlling there for West, but not a lot of running, Bill.
Yeah, doing a lot of scheming, directing of play, but there are some small holes appearing around the rucks to play the ball area, and he's a good enough player to find those. I'd like to see him run more on his own.
Here's Taylor. Caught by Freeman. Flanagan in a dummy half. For Blair. Takes it up to the quarter line. Now here's Henjak. Putting a pass away for Tudor.
A little bit careless with the use of the knees there when he comes into the tackle.
Last tackle now for West. Taylor, the little kick through. Ball on by Benny Elias. Only 10 metres away from the Balmain line. And McGarry. 13 handling errors committed by the Tigers, but 16 to Western Suburbs. Strong defence. There's Lindner making the tackle. Now here's Brasher. Floating on out for Grant. Looking back inside. Gary Jack on the sideline. And another handling error for Balmain. Gary Jack set to go on. The word is that McGarry will be the player who will come from the field. But Gary Jack can't get on just yet as Jackson has it for the Western Suburbs side. Nowhere to go there. Still able to make a metre or two from dummy half.
That Maguire's a workaholic. He's just made 3 tackles in the space of about 15 seconds. Incredible work rate he's got.
Long floating pass out for Liddon. The Tigers still have made 27 mistakes in the tackling department. compared to just 13 to Western Suburbs. Now here's Taylor. Let's have a look at the result of this bomb. Knocked on by O'Brien.
Well, an uncharacteristic error on the Nissan replay by O'Brien, who's been as safe as a bank and everything else he's done today. But there's Gary Jack on the field. I suspect he looks slightly down in weight and bulk on the last occasion I saw him on the football field, which was quite a while ago.
And there's also another important change. Benny Elias come from the field, Bill.
Yes, he has, and Parrish has gone back on.
Matt Parrish hooking for the Tigers. This scrum has gone with the feed. It's back for Doherty. Weaving his way back towards the corner line. Now he's linked up with Lindner. A one-handed pass has been knocked down by Hardwick.
Well, Hardwick, desperate to get his hand on the football here, succeeded, but only in propelling the ball towards his opponent goal line. So there's a knock-on and another Western Suburbs scrum feed.
Right on the Balmain quarter. Here's Henjak. It's come, well, and knocked down by Mackay. Well, that all players now having some big trouble hanging on to this very greasy football.
Just another scrum for these forwards to pack into. Very tight. Jack with his first touch. O'Brien. West have enjoyed a fair amount of possession in the last 10 minutes or so, and the Balmain defence has been good. Maguire. Never quite got up to play that football.
Yes, he could have been penalised for that.
Simons. Beats one. Beats two. Freeman's in for shoot. The Magpies come back again. Doherty. Surinam's got him on halfway. Taylor. Stafford. Lindner took the tackle of O'Brien, then just sailed ahead. Stafford waits for it, a long, slow play of the ball. He goes the blind side, shapes the kick. Only gains a couple of metres. Taylor. Henjak. Fumble for a moment. Blair. They had some numbers if they could have shifted the ball. 55 tackles, they've had possession in the opposition half, West. Taylor. Long ball out for Simons. Hard one to control in the wet. Last tackle, it will be the handover for the Tigers. Roach. What a tough match it's been. 12-8 to the Tigers. Both these sides have done well in the heavy conditions. Jack, eager to have a run. Maguire. They're doing all the simple things well, Balmain. Freeman. Roach standing very wide. Long ball out for Grant. He doesn't have anywhere to go. Last tackle. Neal. Kick for touch. One of the drier parts of the ground. Doherty is there. He loses it. Here's a chance. It's play on. 6 more tackles and West's in trouble. Roach called it quickly. Back for Parrish. 9 metres away. One more try would be too much. Could have got Flanagan for offside there, grabbing the jumper of Brasher. Freeman. Parrish. Away well for Roach. Siren on the inside. He'll score. Oh, Roach has had a hand in the last 2 tries. Big second half from the blocker. Sirenan, a try that will get them victory this afternoon.
Yes, a splendid bit of football here. Nissan replay shows Freeman stepping back on the inside. Then the pass goes out to Roach on the open side, turns the pass back inside to Sirenen, his big mate, and little doubt that that fella over a 10-metre sprint can get there. There it is. Out to Roach, back inside to Sirenen. Was interested to see that, just what the angle was. He was quite clearly behind him. See that again as Freeman goes ahead. Now we'll see about that line if we can just pick it up. There's Roach back into Sirenen. No, well, we've already established that it was no doubt in the wide world about the legitimacy of the try. But that, I think, just about carves it up as far as Balmain are concerned, and the crowd seem to think so. With 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go, they now lead by 16 points to 8. A kick at goal to follow.
Two from three for McCann. Well, they have battled all afternoon. Scoreline mightn't tell the true story. McCann from out wide, waved away. The Tigers 16 points to 8.
Coach Warren Ryan watching from lofty heights. And a change in the Western Suburbs lineup, Bill.
Trevor Cogger in 17 replaces Jason Stafford.
Trevor Cogger, gee, he's given great service to Western Suburbs. Now we're into the final 5 minutes of this game. And Freeman is put down about on his quarter line. Now Brasher. Sirenen. This is down for Doherty. Oh dear.
When the wheel falls off, it falls off with a vengeance, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. He's played very well today, Doherty, but he's made 2 mistakes in the last 60 seconds or so that have let himself down.
Yes, well, there was no apparent excuse for that, just a lack of concentration and tiredness, fatigue. It's a great pity because he's had a good game, as indeed have most of the Western Suburbs players.
Now, John Elias coming to the sideline. David Brooks has gone on to replace him. Here's Sirenen. McCann out for O'Brien. He's finally held about 10 metres away. Brooks. John Bailey would be disappointed to see the game finishing with the scores in this particular manner, because his side has played very well. Now Parrish a dummy half for Neil, for Roach, then for Gary Jack, and then for James Grant, who spilled the ball just when it looked like he was going to score.
Yeah, it's just knocked out of his hands, unfortunately. And these sort of things happen from time to time. Now, here he is, Grant, coming towards the line, looks good. And the ball is taken out of his hands in the last tackle.
It's about 3 minutes of play left. Henjak will work this scrum. Finally gets a tunnel to put it in. And as you expect, it's gone with the feed. Mackay. Here's Jackson. Ten metres from the west line. Now Lidner will play it. Here's Britt. Very gloomy now at Leichhardt as Henjak puts his little kick through. And picked up by Freeman. This is Neil. Now Gary Jack.
good to see Jack coming through his first induction into the firing zone.
Indeed it is. Grant with a little kick and chase. Doherty's back there to retrieve. Can't take it cleanly. Has it now, though. And he'll play it only 10 metres away from the western suburbs line. Simons. Tutor. The legs were still going, but the body wasn't moving. Now Libner. Penalty is going to go to western suburbs. Harris just going on with the job. After the player had been called held. Taylor finding touch. That, believe it or not, is West's first penalty in the entire second half. Goodness me. And it's come with about 60 seconds of play left. These boys will sleep well tonight. They certainly worked hard, both teams. Injak is in there. This long floater has been knocked down by Mackay. So this scrum will go down, which will be certainly the last scrum of the match, if indeed they have time to pack it.
I don't think the players are terribly enthusiastic.
They're not really rushing towards the scrum area, are they? Finally, the forwards have all arrived, and Freeman will work this scrum. This is Neil. And there's Freeman coming back into it again, but his pass to McCann has gone astray. And James Grant it is who's darting and weaving. Finally getting it on to McCann. McCann's got Neil with him, who's thrown the ball about 1.5 meters forward.
Scratches his carrot top.
Yes, and the siren sounds to bring an end to this game of football. And it's been a very, very entertaining game indeed. These players have worked very, very hard in very sloppy and heavy conditions.
I endorse those remarks. Let's have a look at the scoreline now. We've got Balmain 16, Western Suburbs 8, O'Brien, Brasher, Suranen with a try scorers the Balmain side. McCann a couple of goals. Stafford scored the sole try for the Western Suburbs side, and Taylor, in a good game he had, scored 2 goals. 16 points Balmain, 8 to Western Suburbs.
And to our friends in New Zealand who've watched the telecast through the Sky Network, I hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward again to your company next time we have Rugby League coming to you from Australia. Goodbye for now.
Rugby League replays, proudly sponsored by Qantas, the spirit of Australia.